That's funny.
But anyway, I saw a TikTok and I'm kind of mad because
Why?
well, the TikTok was fine. It's about basically a junk journal, but this girl in the comments was like, "That's scrapbooking," and I was like, "Okay," but it seems less like she was trying to make a point. She was mad that people are calling it a junk journal instead of like scrapbooking.
I can see that perspective. I wasn't seeing it like that.
But to me, like,
what is junk journaling?
Okay, so
Junk
basically
journaling.
you get your journal that you would write in every day.
Yeah.
And you can either do it daily or just like when you go on trips or whatever. But like I'm going to use when we went to the lake for an example.
Sure.
So if I wanted to do like a page for that, I would have like collected stuff like from the lake, like a postcard from one of the shops or like a receipt or like a picture, a rock, a stick, like literally whatever you want. And then on the page, you'll like put all that on there and then you'll write about what happened. So you'll have like, you can have like the memory by seeing it and reading it. And essentially that is a scrapbook, but I feel like it's not as committed because you're just like grabbing things here and there and putting it together.
And the word junk helps with that because there's less commitment than what scrap booking.
Exactly. I feel like scrapbooking, like you have to, you're planning it. Yeah, all the
scissors
tapes
and cutting
and everything.
And
exactly. And this one, like the girl's like ripping stuff and just like putting it on there. Like it's
so
more.
It's a bit of a more aggressive process.
How would you say like?
Less smooth, less articulate, less. we're getting there. We gotta get the word. That's how I get to it. Keep throwing shit at the wall.
There's just less commitment to it. You don't feel like it's not as serious. Like if I want to just sit down and write something and put a picture on it, I can. When you sit down and do a scrapbook, you're like, okay, in my head, people already have like what they're going to put down. I don't know. You don't have to prep as much. I don't know.
There is a lot of prep in terms of like when I picture scrapbooking, my immediate thought is like fucking big ass table, fucking X-Acto knife, scissors, pictures, fucking pretty graphics.
Yeah. So this is the one I saw. A screen record it.
I just went on.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say that's a scrapbook. I'd say that's like
a journal.
I'd be like, how much junk is in that shit, bro? That's a fat ass journal. That's not even a journal.
But see, she has like a map.
This is weird, since we're in the woods. But I do have quite a bit of junk, so I think I'm gonna try something that I haven't tried before. And I'm gonna in so I can.
So she put the postcard first.
Okay.
Then she made a cobbler, so she like kept that, and then she has that paper, so to look like a picnic.
Okay, there's what those.
See?
Okay, so it's a bit of a collage.
Yeah, it's like a collage.
This was of a gorgeous.
That's pretty cool.
We drove up to.
And then like.
Ticket.
She'll put it all together, and then on the next page, she'll like write about what happened.
I mean, things like that.
I think that's fun to like look back on.
That's the benefit, right?
And then someone else was doing it and says is like get like the memories out of your phone.
Yeah.
Which is good because
it brings them into a physical place.
Yeah, once you like take pictures and stuff. Plane. I have like literally 10,000 pictures on my phone, but what's on there, I don't know. But if I see it and I'm printing it and putting it like in a book and I'm like flipping through it, then it's like it sparks I think something different.
Well, because it's real. Right. You can touch it.
Right.
It's not fucking pixels on a screen.
Yeah, so I want to try that.
Tricking you into thinking it's a real thing. You're looking into fucking just lights.
Yeah.
And we're like, ooh. And then we're going to put it in front of our fucking eyes.
Remember, and we're just swiping.
Remember. And it's we're just this little cube.
Yeah, literally.
Remember when?
I'm going to try that. I'm going to start tomorrow and see how much I can like do in August.
Yeah.
And then that'll make me want to like actually do more things.
Yeah.
And not like stay in routine.
Because you have to keep a record of it.
Yeah. And make it like interesting.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like right now, bro, I'm not doing anything.
It's a good practice journaling because I feel like I feel like it's very, what are you putting in there? Fucking Dear Diary. Today it's very much like that.
Doesn't like me.
Yeah. That's the first thought. But then if you think about it, grand scheme, it's like you're really writing down what you did your day-to-day life because one, your life matters and should matter to you, so it's just a history of what you did throughout your life.
I think that's fun.
And then if someone else finds it,
that's that too,
you pass it down or whatever, like cool.
Yeah,
I think it should be seen and marketed like that.
Do you read back on any of your journals?
Yeah, it's depressing. I hate that shit.
It's so
I'm like, what is this? I want to burn this. I want to shoot it. I want to buy a gun and fucking throw it in the ocean and shoot it before it lands. I want to burn it. Yeah.
I've had to throw some away because
It's so. You threw them away. You can't throw them away.
no, I had to. That was like
That's
another
the same.
life.
That's a cardinal. That's
Nobody
a cardinal.
needs to see that.
It's the same life.
No.
It's the same life, Jasmine. It's
I don't
the
want
same
anyone
life.
to find that journal, bro. They're gonna be like, this bitch was sad as fuck for no reason.
It's helpful perspective. It's definitely helpful perspective. That's what that is. When you
Yeah,
look at
I'm never
stuff,
gonna forget that.
you're like,
though.
what the fuck? Those, even the things you thought that were as important enough to write in pen and paper onto that shit. You're like, what the fuck is this?
It's embarrassing.
Like, just, you're like, oh my god. Not even people, just these imaginary problems you make up in your head. You're like, what the fuck? I don't even remember that. You're like, I don't remember that day. And that day you were so stressed too.
So
It's
sad
hilarious.
too.
It's
Oh my
hilarious.
God. It's funny. If you guys have
You
never,
have to journal.
Yeah, if you
It's
don't
hilarious.
journal, you don't have to do it every day either. But it is funny to like read like even like 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago,
Oh my
whatever,
God.
and then you're like, what the who was that?
Like,
person?
you're always wondering, like, am I changing? You read that shit, you're like, fuck, I'm definitely, thank God.
Yeah, I'm not.
You read that shit, you're like, thank God I changed.
No,
You didn't even know you did,
literally.
but like,
That's so funny.
you don't notice change happens like day by day.
See, and
But-
and a lot of people
That's what
journal
you learn.
and they only journal when they're like in a bad mood or they're sad or feeling something
That's
like
the-
that. So then like when they go back and read, they're just reading like sad stuff.
It's making me sad.
Yeah. So that's why I want to do the junk journal, because I feel like that's more of like happy memories and like,
Yeah, you also have to journal when you're happy.
yeah.
Like, you can't just be journaling when you're fucking sad. Cause
Journal when you have a good day.
then you just
too.
have a book of sadness.
Yeah.
That's book of sad
You
moments.
you carry it and
Yeah.
it's like,
What a dumb bitch you are. Just
Yeah.
like carrying around this book of sad thoughts with you.
365 pages.
This is my other sad thought.
Yeah.
You gotta write on the good days too.
Yeah, you do.
And the medium days and then you find out they're all just the fucking day and you put titles to them and you start going crazy.
Day 1, day 2.
We're actually on day like 5 million.
No, dead
And we're
ass.
still growing as organisms.
Oh,
Bro.
I thought you were gonna say organizations. I was like, dang, bro, speak for yourself.
I'm starting to quote.
Oh, there's this show that